When my little sister was a toddler, maybe two and a half, something changed in our house. It wasn't obvious at first. No slamming doors, no flickering lights. But the air, it shifted. It felt like something unseen had settled in, not inside the house, but within it. At first, we thought she was just having nightmares. Kids do that, right? But this was something darker. Every night, like clockwork, her screams would tear through the silence. I'm talking full-blown, blood-curdling screams. Not crying. Not whimpering. Terror. The kind of scream that hits you in the chest before you're even fully awake. My parents would rush in, and find her curled up, shaking, eyes wide with panic. And every single time, she said the same thing.
He came back.
She was talking about a little hairy man. She described him in terrifying detail. Tiny, maybe 2 feet tall. Covered in thick black fur. He had paws instead of hands, rough, clawed, and he'd crawl across her bed at night. She said she could feel his cold, damp breath against her neck. But the worst part? His eyes.
They glowed yellow. Like fire. And they never blinked.
No one else ever saw him. But the signs were there. Little clawed footprints on her blankets. Sometimes we'd find smudged prints on the wooden floor near her bed. Tiny, like a raccoon maybe, but wrong. They were wrong. We tried scrubbing them off. But by the next morning, they were back. Every time. Eventually, I started digging. I mean, something like this can't just be her, right? And I came across something. In a 1973 newspaper archive from Ohio, a 6-year-old boy told his parents that a hairy little man kept crawling into his bed at night. They thought it was night terrors, until they started finding scratch marks on the walls, temperature drops, lost objects. The case was investigated by paranormal researchers, no explanations. Skeptics tried to debunk it, but couldn't. That story haunted me. Because it sounded almost exactly like what my sister was going through. My mom was done. One night, she said,
"I'm sleeping in her room. Let's settle this."
So she stayed with her, lying on the edge of the bed, holding her hand. It was quiet for a while. Too quiet. Midnight hit. And then, she felt it. Something rough, cold, graze her arm. She sat bolt upright. Looked around, nothing. And then, from the dark, a whisper. So low, so faint, it could have been a breeze. But she heard it. Clear as day.
"Go away. He's watching."
After that night, my sister's dreams changed. They weren't just nightmares. They were visions. She started talking about strange doors. Twisted, crooked frames leading to wrong places. One night, she told me,
I saw him standing in the corner. Just standing. Watching me. Drool dripping from his mouth.
She said the room smelled like rotting leaves and wet dirt. Like a forest graveyard. When Mom ran in, he vanished. No sound. No movement. Just an overwhelming silence that swallowed the entire house. Not long after that, we started noticing small things going missing. Loose buttons. Old photographs. Trinkets from drawers. My sister whispered to me,
"They're for him. He likes them."
She called them gifts. But they didn't feel like gifts. They felt like threats. Warnings. As if he was saying, I'm still here. I'm not done. We talked to a child psychologist. They said it was anxiety, trauma, coping mechanisms. But how do you explain the footprints? The scratch marks? The cold breath you can feel at night, when you're alone in your room and suddenly something brushes past you? I felt it once. I still don't talk about it out loud. But it happened. And it changed everything I believe. The final incident happened during a thunderstorm. She screamed, long and sharp. We ran into her room and found her in the corner, clutching something in her tiny hands. It was a carved figurine. Small. Hairy. Yellow glass eyes. A perfect match for what she described for months. She looked up at us, and said in the calmest voice I'd ever heard from her.
He said goodbye. But he'll come back, when I'm older.
She's grown up now. Moved out. She says she doesn't remember much from back then. But sometimes she tells me she dreams of damp leaves. That smell again. And as for me, some nights, when everything is quiet, when the world holds its breath, I swear I can hear the sound of tiny paws, crawling across the floor.